When you're done with the eyes, you want to measure what you need, because this is where you're going to be able to see. You need to be careful, because I would suggest don't pin it, or you're going to have to figure out how you put it on carefully, because that's what's going to be in there. You're going to poke yourself. So I would suggest, if you're going to put it on over your head with the pins in there, you be very careful, because you need to mark off where your eyes are. I already marked it off before I put the pins in. Okay? When you have it on your head, you can just put like your fingernail indentation or mark right where your eyes are, because this is where my eyes are, so I can see a little above it. But make the eyes before you do the mouth, because you have to make sure that the face fits it properly. After you've put your first layer on, now it's stiffened enough so you can actually pull it off the foam. Alright, peel it off of the mask. You're going to do another layer to stiffen it up. It's stiff-ish, but you want it a little bit stiffer. So we're going to put some more Mod Podge on now. What we're doing is we're marking where his teeth will be, the lines. I'm only putting a small little dot. A small line, then measuring out the next tooth, etc., etc. I'm starting from the outside and moving in. Now what we're going to do to thicken it up is I'm using acrylic paint, and I'm going to paint it on the lines. Alright, now we're going to cut the mouth out right on this line. And then you just keep going. You want a long one to do this. Wah wah wah. Alright, what I did was I put it inside to make sure everything fit properly, and I used the pins, sewing pins, straight pins. If I can get it to actually show up on camera. I did it all across. The pointy side is actually sticking outward. I did it all along the mouth. That's what's sticking out. So be very careful when doing this part. So that's what it should look like, and now I'm going to hot glue the thing in there. This is before we want to put the teeth in. We're going to make an extended piece. That's if your neck piece wasn't long enough. We're making this. This is what it used to look like. If I can get it to actually be seen. That's what it used to look like. We're using the old mouthpiece. I already made the one piece, and we're gonna put this in the crack part. We're putting this in here. Then we're gonna hot glue it all in. Now you want to cut the excess off. Just be careful. That's what it looks like now. And we're going to glue inside there. We're gluing inside. Gluing all this. We're hiding one of the seams right on the ear. I'm wrapping this like a present in a way. So you want to fold the excess fur, fold it like this, right there. And I'm going to put a pin. Pin it right here. Alright, what I did was I wrapped the fur and I pinned it with pins, straight pins, in key points. The ears, I wrapped the end. None of it's glued yet. This is where the mouth is. This is where the mouth is going to be. I wrapped it all the way around to one solid piece. And when I ran out of straight pins, I started safety pinning it, giving it enough seam allowance to fold it, and then I'm going to hot glue it. I did it all the way around here. And now I'm going to cut away the excess. It's all of this, and there's some down here. Okay, this is right where the mouth is. I know you can't really tell until I do this. There's the top lip and the bottom lip. What you want to do is you want to just put a slit, just a little slit, because you're going to fold the excess fabric in the inside. Okay? That's what we're doing right now. Poke a hole. Poke a hole. This stuff will rip. Holy crap, I just bent that. Wow. Alright. I got a hole. Yay! There's the mouth. And then you're going to fold it inward and you're going to glue it. I needed to make a metal loop to strengthen the spot where your teeth are going to be and to make it easier to get my head in and out. I'm going to hot glue this first, and then I'm going to get the fur and put it over the metal and then hot glue it over it. That's all you gotta do. You have to measure it, and you can cut whatever excess. I'm going to cut that off later, but I'm going to glue this first. It starts looking like this all the way around. Then I'm going to put the fur over and then glue it again. What I found is that the mouth needs to have more stability, so I'm going to I made a metal cage or metal lining to glue to the inside of the mouth, and hopefully this will work. What you're going to want to do is make sure the fur is nice and smooth, because we're going to glue it in like that, and you want it to be smooth so you can paint it. Okay, what we're doing is we're unpinning this, and we're going to hot glue the ears and the whole side of the face. We're gluing only the very bottom, right where this lip is. You want the nice indentation for the ear. Okay, what we're doing is we're doing the paint job that he has on top of his head that's a lighter pink, and he has a couple stripes on top of his head, and in his ears it's light pink, and then we're going to be doing the mouth that's down here. But first we're using the painter's tape, and we're marking where we're going to not paint and to paint. And what I did was I went against the fur and kind of made a faint line for an idea of where I need to put it, so that's why that's there. But when you do that, it's there. So the depending on what kind of fur you're using, I don't know if it'll work, but that's how I was doing it without having any permanent damage. So, also, it helps pinning down. We use a couple pins. We're gonna do the back of his head now. We're putting in the design. I did the same thing with my fingernail, and now we're going to put tape, line, Alright, so you're supposed to paint this white and this white and this white. Well, it's pink white, so that's what we're going to do next. Also, what I did was I took the glasses off and I'm cutting. This is where it ends for the pink, lighter pink, and this is where it begins right here. I'm cutting it off right there so it'll look like that when you're the glasses on. Okay, now I'm mixing tulip red and soft white tulip. Mixing it in this to make a lighter pink. Make sure the surface is smooth. You go with the fur, not against the fur. Now we're going to do a heat treatment. Now we're going to paint the ear. We're going to tape this part because we're going to paint, well, all of this. We're going to paint this part. We're going to paint this and this. I cut out a triangle shape for the nose and now pin it on. Now we're going to be painting this part just white, not a pinkish white, just white. This is where his eyes go, and we marked off here because this area is supposed to be black, so we just want to we marked all that off, marked all this is going to be painted white, very, very bottom too. So here we go. to be doing a heat treatment for 5 to 10 minutes. This is going to be the inside of the head of Genki. We're explaining how to make the skeleton piece for inside the head. Now we're going inside the brain. If I can get this to actually focus. What I did was I folded a piece of wire around the wire that I did around the teeth, and I made it go all the way down. See if I can make it focus. All the way to the very top, to the middle back of the head. Doing that supported the whole front of the face, and I glued it here also. I glued it all the way. And you want to push it out so it, makes more room for your head. Another piece right here, this piece, goes all the way to here. Goes to the cheeks, both sides, and it pushes out. The neck pieces are one huge solid piece from here to here. I wrapped it around the cheekbone and I glued it, then I connected it to the neck. You can do it on this side too, but each time I did it, I kind of just changed it because this is not a completely symmetrical head. So each head is going to be different. When you're building your Genki head, you might have to put the metal in his teeth. What I did is I actually glued just normal electric wire. All I did was literally just put hot glue on 2 layers of metal, and I just glued the metal first, and then I glued it in here so when you sweat it won't rust out. So I hope this is understandable. Here we go. Okay, the way to build the whisker is exactly how you make the glasses, except you make one end flat like that so it sticks out, and you put a little bit of a point on. I'm not filming painting them because I'm in apocalypse week right now. What you do is use the black acrylic paint, and then you're going to Mod Podge over it and do the heat treatment and everything else. And I also wrote top left, this is the lower left whisker. It's so you don't lose track of where your whiskers need to go. But this is what it should look like. You do not paint the end. Do not paint this end. I was able to put the whiskers in without glue whatsoever. All you do is you put a hole. So I'm not filming this because I don't have enough time to put up all my stuff to actually film this right now. So it's not, it stays. If you can use something to poke a hole into the actual head, just enough so you can poke these through, these actually really stay in. I would suggest making the hole much smaller than it needs to be, and then just poking the whiskers right in, because they stay. As you can see, I'm playing with them like crazy.
I hope the video describes everything perfectly, and if it doesn't, just leave a comment below. If you have any questions on any of my videos and this one, please leave a comment below. I will get back to you as soon as possible, as soon as I fly out to my little bat cave. I really hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe and ring that notification bell. I have more videos. Bye! Just right now is not the time that I have paint. Oh my god, I have so much paint.
Careful, don't get it all over.
No, I am painting with my right hand.
How did you do that?
It exploded.
Because it was upside down.
Thank you.
Why did you have it upside down?
Because it's built to be upside down, and all I did was open it. This is not easy. Painting with my opposite hand. This is just a catastrophe.
You said you're exponential.
What? Exponential?
Yep.
Did you just say exponential? Are you serious? That is so going in the video. It exploded all over my hand. And I'm painting with my wrong hand.
Thought you could use both hands.
This feels so weird. This better not get ruined because of this exponential.
Expeditious. I
It's-
can't say the word.
Expedestrians? Are you kidding me? I'm left-handed.
Yes, but what's it mean for doing two hands? How do you say it?
Give me a minute. I have to think about it because I'm hearing that wrong way in my head.
Expeditious.
Stop saying it. It's not expedestrious. You're making me not even think of the right way to say it. It's ambidextrous. Ambidextrous.
No, it's not ambidextrous.
Well, you're saying it worse than me.
X.
Oh, there's no X in it.
No, but it sounds
You
like
just.
it. Delete that.
I can, but it's X.
That's how it sound. That's how you pronounce it.
You know what? I am gonna keep that in there because now I have to paint with my wrong hand. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I have the paint all over me. And I can't just smear it. Oh god. Oh, this is so wrong.
That's gonna get you some paper.
That's not gonna be help. Oh wait. I actually fixed that problem.